All right, Coach, it is a lovely night here in the Midwest, so the roof is open, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's get off the field, D. Shoot.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
26 Mike. I got one. 26 Mike.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Ebron's got it. 9 yards that time.
Let's go. Let's do it.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Brissett sets to throw it. Ebron caught left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Ooh, the juke into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Here's Hines. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Mack, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
First down, Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 26 Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get it.
Brissett now. Campbell making the catch. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Leo! Check 52. Check. Look at me. Go, get it.
First carry for James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, Wahoo!
Looking to throw. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
10-2 stop. Bravo. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Switch. Hey, high 7. Go. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
5. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
We're set on first down. Going deep here for Stills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kenny Stills, 56 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Here we go, set, 50, plant. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Here we go, 37.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Washington's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, orbit. Hey, lock it.
Check. Check.
Now.
2nd and 4. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready, break.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Yep. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. And he finds McDonald. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
All day, all day, all day, all day. 49.
Look, squeeze. Go.
He'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, Connor trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Hey, team 6. 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On play action, Brissett stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play fake, Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Brissett sets to throw it. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Connor on 1st down, able to take this one forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy wants to go.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Exit. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll drop the throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Staying on the ground with Mack. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 94 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Crunch.
2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Connor. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett, Campbell making the catch. Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 87 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to...
And he'll be brought by the Colts. That sack by the DM, Danico Autry. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall... looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. I like the way I said that, in his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Cut. Check three. Anyway.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Check the backer. Alert flare.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got him. Share.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that one was relatively... Easy to see. I notice that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And this is incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Ebron with it over the middle. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's Mack. Muscles him off. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's go.
Hey, echo.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Check.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Oh, get him, get him.
Yes, yes.
53.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Samuels, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Back to throw here. Complete to Washington. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.